Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now, we're covering ATP Chengdu and Hangzhou. Made it to the semifinals, so pop into the comments. Let me see what you're playing for this evening or this morning, wherever you are. And keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you would like to follow along with what I'm betting with. If you do like the breakdowns of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. I appreciate all that do. And if you are just feeling generous, there's a link in the pinned comment if you'd like to donate. It's just there if you'd like to. Just there if you'd like to. Along with the pinned comment, there will be a link to my free Discord. It's a free community where you can come get extra plays from me. The community is also sharing their own picks as well. So get yourself involved and see if you can get some extra money through the free Discord. Appreciate all that do. And with that being said, what are we looking like for today? So we took Leonard Tien and Lorenzo Musetti. Something told me taking 2 L's was going to just give me one. And we did get we got a W and an L. Musetti cashed out for me, but the parlay with the two of them and the Tien 2-1, he ended up losing 2-1. It is what it is, but Royer played a great match and Tien didn't. So that's kind of what happens a lot of the time. You bet on someone to do well, they don't do well, and that's just what it is. You move on. But I am feeling a bit optimistic about what we do have going on for the next 4 matches. So without further ado, we can pop right on into that. And as we've been doing, we're going to hop back into Chengdu first. And I believe our first match is going to be actually Brandon Nakashima going against Alejandro Tabilo. And every time they play each other, it goes to a 3-setter. That's the first thing I noticed. They played each other twice on the hard court. One was indoor last year in March and in September. Nakashima won the most recent in China at the Davis Cup. And Tabilo won in Miami. Tabilo is coming off of losing in the final in that challenger right before this. But other than that, not much. Not much we've seen from him as far as like promising performance. But same with Nakashima. He hasn't been able to get to a 4th round, let alone a quarterfinal. So this is the furthest we've seen him now getting to a semis, even in an ATP 250. It's been some time. So with that being said, do we think it stops here? Who do we think it stops for? Who do we think it stops for? Do we think it stops for Nakashima? Because Nakashima is what? What's his record with the lefties? Because Tabilo is a lefty. And the lefties in this tournament have been excelling, but the ones in the other one are not. So if my internet will behave, I can pull up these stats for you. So Nakashima is not that great against lefties. He's lost against 7 so far this season with 3 wins. Losing to Ugo twice, Shelton twice, Draper, only really beating Jerry Shang and Leonard Tien. And also Cam Nori, who was out of here pretty soon, actually. So I like where Tabilo's at game-wise. I mean, I looked at how both of these guys were playing. Nakashima was really having to grind to win that match against Marcus Giron. I haven't really seen Tabilo work that hard. I don't know if that is accurate for me to say, but I haven't really been seeing him have to put too much effort forward. Like, the match against O'Connell was a hard one, but it looked like he was just playing tennis. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but and I watched like the extended highlights. Like, I don't know I don't know. So just off of that, Nakashima is on paper better, right? With a 61% win rate on the hard courts, going 17-11 on the hard this season, and 30-23 across all. And then we have Tabilo, who is 13-10 with a 58% win rate on the hard, with a 19-17 across all. It just seems like the American's going to get it done here. But when it comes to lefties, it's always a toss-up for him. Usually he struggles. So I would look at Tabilo to get a set here. Maybe not the full match, but I do think that Tabilo should be good for a set. It might go to a third. It always goes to a third when they seemingly play. And the last 2 times they did play, that's what happened. So that would be some smoke if you guys wanted to take that. I don't know if I'm like jumping on top of that, but plus 126, it's not bad. Might sprinkle a little bit on that, to be honest with you. But we can move on. Don't have many to go with. But our next match is going to be Lorenzo Musetti going against Alexander Shevchenko. And boy, oh boy. It's funny how the draw ends up like this, huh? Musetti minus 550 in a semifinal. Okay. Okay. 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. And they're one head-to-head they've had. Shevchenko was only able to get 4 games on the clay against him in Paris Open 2 years ago. Musetti has been playing all right. Made it to the quarterfinals in the U.S. Open, so that should tell you more than enough. Shevchenko barely got 4 games won against Davidovich Fokina, so that's a whole different level of a beast you got to go against when you're going against Musetti. And the form that Alejandro was in is, I want to say, is a little bit. Musetti's a little bit below that, because I don't. That Alejandro form earlier this summer was crazy, but if he can get near that, then this is going to be a straight set match. It's going to be open and shut. Seems like they got to still get some of the markets up for it, but I'm going to check on DraftKings real quick. Minus 450, that's a better price there. And minus 150 for him to win in straights. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Parlay piece if you really want to do that. I hate doing stuff like that, but if you like it, I don't mind it. Lorenzo is 13-8 on the hard court this season with a 56% win rate, going 32-14 across all. And then we have Shevchenko, who is 11-10, going 53% on the hard, and 31-29 across all. So, one less win, but 15 more losses. So, safe to say, he's going to be adding another loss to that. All right, and that's everything we have for the semifinals there. Now we can move on to the actually, in my opinion, the funner matches that we're going to be looking forward to. Move over to Hangzhou, where our first match is going to be Valentin Royer going against Corentin Moutet. The Battle of the Frenchmen. And as you guys know, Royer just went against one of our lefties that we love oh so much, Leonard Tien, and got rid of him in 3 sets. So that makes me think that this is going to be a 3-setter as well. But if you want to take a set spread, I'd go more on Royer's way. Moutet didn't even really win the last match. He was getting blown out by Echeverry, and then he just pulled a muscle and then just couldn't play. So, but the movement that we're seeing, that I was seeing from Echeverry and the drop shots, like, we're not going to get that from Royer. He's a ball striker from the baseline, so. But he does have the record to kind of say that he will be getting this match done. 11% win rate over Moutet, and also a good record against lefties kind of puts him in a position to be a bit of a threat here. He is the dog at plus 122. I hate betting against Moutet at this point because he has been impressing me, but I do think Royer might win this one. I do. Both have seemingly decent records. Moutet is 14-9 on the hard. Royer is 12-6. And this is going to be their first time meeting each other. They're about 40 ranks apart. 49, 50 to be exact. But Royer is playing all the way from qualies, so you got to think. Is he a bit tired? Could he be a bit tired? He's only played about 5-8 hours of tennis, but it's been since what? The 16th. Whew. Could start to weigh on him. We've only had 2 matches, well, 1.5 from Moutet. So, what do you guys think? I think at this point, just honestly speaking, looking at, well, we'll get to that actually later. I think Royer's good for a set. That's what I think. Now let's see what that's worth. Minus 210. That's not a bad parlay piece. Not a bad parlay piece at all. If you went to hedge, you could take the Moutet money line, I guess. I may do something like that, but I might not. I don't like hedging. But we'll move on to our last and final match. The Bublik match, if you will. We have, for our final match, we have we have Alexander Bublik going against Yibing Wu. And if you don't know, this is going to be their first head-to-head. And boy, oh boy, Wu has been fucking scary. Let's just keep it a bean. Look at who he's gone through in the draw. Manarino, Korda, Medvedev, all in 3 sets. Does he get rid of Bublik in 3? Has he played? Who? I don't know. Dude, he beat Moutet. And a serve. Let me see. Nah, that Jeremy Kim. That Jeremy Kim match is how we know. That's how we know. The serve is just too OP. When Wu goes against a crazy good server, I haven't seen him been able to do it. None of these guys have been serving great. Manarino, Korda, Medvedev, they're too inconsistent. And Manarino serves slow, so. But Moutet is a slow server. Popperin, decent serve, went to a 3-setter. Popperin had 13 aces. But if you put Popperin serve versus the Bublik serve, it's night and day. Like, Bublik is skyrocketing over that serve, if you ask me. And it's way more consistent. And that's what we look for in this life. So, if you wanted to, like, truly, you could take let's see, Wu for a set, Royer for a set. That'd be a crazy little parlay, honestly. And then play like the Bublik and Moutet money line. The drop shot kings of this season. or the goofballs of the season, if you will. Anyway, let's get into the stats. Bublik is 10-9 on the hard court, going 40-19 this season. One of his best seasons in almost 10 years. So, and then we have Wu, who is 25-8 this season, going 23-6 on the hard court, with a 64% win rate there. Not bad at all. That's 9 more than what we have for Bublik, which is at 55. But the win rate as it stands for this season, right? Let's do some math. If we just move the relativity up. Not the relativity. If we just move the decimal, take a fraction, multiply it. All right, 25-8, let's say it's 50-16. 50-16 is a better record than 40-19. Just saying. So, and how many aces did Wu have against Medvedev? 1. So the serve is not going to be, I don't know. He's not going to be, I think Bublik wins, but I think that we could get a set from Wu. If you wanted to like cover your tracks there, more than welcome to do so. But that's all the matches, and honestly, if I want to keep it a beam with you guys, I was talking in my Discord to a few of the homies last night in there, and I was like, bro, I really just think it's going to be Bublik winning and Musetti winning. Like, at this point, like, you might as well just put those two together as a parlay. Worth next to nothing, I'm sure, but it's plus 134 to have them. Oh, I'm sorry. It's plus 193 to have them win outright at this point. It'd be an interesting upset for any of the other people to come through and win. If anyone was to disrupt it, I would say it could be maybe Royer, but I don't think anyone's beating Bublik in Hangzhou. I don't. So, that's just me, but if you guys want to let me know what you're playing, don't forget you can hop in the comments. And I will say this. We got a lot of tennis coming up soon. We got a Masters coming up. We got Japan coming up. So, luckily, I'm off for tomorrow, but I work the rest of the week. I do want to let you guys know there's going to be some weird times where I'm going to be uploading my videos. It might be really close to when the matches will be starting, but I'll try my best. I will try my best. I'm just one person, so I can only do but so much in the time that I have in a day outside of this channel. So, appreciate those who are gracious and give me some grace when it comes to this, and keep your eyes peeled for the next video. Looking forward to the final. Let me know who you guys got, and let's get some money today. Let's turn things around, right? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody take care. Peace.